So Alessia calls me yelling, and I'm like, first of all, what happened? Are we famous? She's like, no, just me. And I'm like, perfect. She's like, Veronica, Barstool Sports just posted me. Chemical X.
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another week with your girl, Alejandra. I'm here with my other girl, I guess.
What's up, guys? It's Veronica. Welcome back to the Chemical X podcast. As usual, if you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, leave us 5 stars, and all that good stuff.
You get one acting gig and you start talking with a sexier, lower voice.
Oh my god. Next I can give him have a rasp. I was actually practicing that before. I was like, do you think that I could fake a rasp my whole... Oh my god, I'm faking it. But like, how nice is a raspy voice?
Oh my god, you must be like a true...
Like, oh my god,
actress.
That's so crazy that I could do that. But like, come on, we agree raspy voice are hot.
But this day and age, it's like, stay away from me. You
have
COVID.
You don't want to have a rasp anymore. People are going, whoa, what does that mean? You just had a cough? Your throat is sore?
Oh, if you just cough anywhere, everyone's looking at you like you have a disease.
Also sneezing, like, sorry, but like, there's dust. Like, leave me alone. Doesn't mean I'm sick.
Yeah. I think we're becoming a little smarter now. We're choosing to film on days that we're actually going out. I want to let you know the makeup, it's not getting any cheaper.
Not getting any cheaper.
It's $200 every time I beat my face up with makeup. So, I mean, might as well use it to go out after. So
100%.
I'm very happy about that.
Gotta book everything on the same days.
Exactly.
That's what I started doing too, is like, hey, my makeup's already gonna be done. So if you want to pop in a podcast there, like, half the work is done.
Yep.
Because it's like 1 hour and a half to get ready, 1 hour and a half to shoot the podcast. It's literally half the time is getting ready. Glam time is important, baby. You gotta factor that shit in.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, yes, you do.
Anyway, so Alessia, do you want to talk about your big news?
What do you mean? I'm just a normal girl.
What do you mean? I'm down to earth. I'm humble. Guys, today, Alessia
I think you should let everyone know that you're interviewing someone today.
Oh, yeah. I think this is a great time to say that I'm actually paying Alessia to be here because we're no longer two humble girls from a small town in Montreal. One's a celebrity, and I had to contact her agent to get her here. And she had her own dressing room. I gave her my room. Water bottles, whatever she needed, because she's a celebrity now.
Honestly, you said that there would be chocolate-covered strawberries. Haven't seen them.
Well, I was going to put her a little ramen pack on the bed. I said, you know what? Maybe nothing is better.
So, guys, I get a text from Veronica, and I just need to read it because it's the funniest thing. She says... Hi, Alessia. Your manager gave me your number. Just wanted to confirm that you will be attending your interview on the Chemical X podcast tonight. There will be champagne and chocolate-covered strawberries set out for you in the dressing room. Thank you.
Well, that's what we always tell our guests. You know what I mean? You got to get them to come somehow.
You know what? I don't think we ever give our guests chocolate strawberries. So if anyone's listening, I'm so sorry.
You didn't get the treatment either, so I'm not picking and choosing. But Alette, she calls me today.
Well, I called you screaming.
Yeah, she called me screaming. And you know what? I'm going to be honest. I was the right person to call. Because there's certain people you should call for certain things. And I was the one.
You're actually always the one I call.
100%.
I'm not going to call somebody who doesn't understand.
Everyone's like, say what it is. So Alessia calls me yelling. And I'm like, first of all, what happened? Are we famous? She's like, no, just me. And I'm like, perfect. She's like, Veronica, Barstool Sports just posted me. And I didn't need to know any more news after that. I screamed, ran to get my phone, immediately checked.
What do you mean? You're on the phone with me?
100%.
Where'd you run to? At least people know we're lying.
No, it's like, am I a liar?
You are.
I scrambled to run. I ran to Instagram. Okay. I ran to Instagram. I checked the story.
She ran. She didn't fully lie.
I didn't fully lie. I did some running. It was running on my fingers. Scrambled to Instagram, see that there's a story post of Alessia, and then I further dig in and I see that not only is she posted on Barstool Sports, a 20 million follower account that, you know, was the ex-owners of Call Her Daddy. They also made a whole blog post about her with all her Instagram pictures.
I just need to know, like, what's happening. I'm so confused. If we have any OG listeners here, then we know that at the beginning when we started this podcast, we actually reached out to Barstools and we like pitched them our podcast. That was before we were us.
Yeah.
If that even makes sense. Like, I wouldn't even have hired.
It was episode 1.
Our old videos, but So yeah, it was just like really fucking crazy.
It was just so weird to think out of everyone in this world, you're like, okay,
Yeah,
I'm
be
getting
careful what you
insulted.
say there.
But you know what I mean? It's like
out of
there's
every
just so
ugly
many
girl in
people-
this world, they
they
chose you.
No, but I mean, you sometimes we think, oh, there's so many other bitches. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's so easy to think you're, there's just so many other girls like you, and then random, like just so random to wake up and see yourself posted on this huge account, guys. Somebody that us being a part of Barstool Sports would be like a huge thing, and like we said, we literally emailed them, but it was just really crazy. And how you feeling about that, Alessia? How you feel about your moment of fame?
I think I was just like screaming because I'm like, why me? Like, why?
How also, like, who?
Like, who found me? Was it like somebody at the Barstools, building that was jacking off to my pics?
100%.
Like, I don't know how it happened, but
it happened.
Thank you to that guy who, the intern that found me.
Well, that's what I told her. I said, there's probably an intern somewhere at Barstools where, they said, yo, Jeff, check out this girl's Insta, Aldandra, find her 20 hottest pics. 20 hottest pics, tits out, send them to us.
It was very humbling, actually, to see in the blog post which they chose.
There was a couple with no face in there.
The pictures they chose of me, I have a couple concerns. 3 of them were Halloween costumes. And one of them was not the Halloween costume that took me 35 years to build. That looked like this.
Was the cowboy hat. It's always that. I don't know why we try. I don't know why you're bringing yourself into this, Veronica.
No, but it's true. Like it's the cowboy outfit that I did make myself, but it was just like a typical thing. But what is everyone like? The hot typical girl with her tits and ass out.
We spoke shit about the cop costume, but the cop costume always wins. That's the motto, baby. But it's just so funny to see. And first of all, when somebody posts like your Instagram pictures or something, you suddenly feel like, okay, so these are my 20 best pictures and I should just delete all the other ones. Oh,
yeah, for sure.
So wait, why didn't you include this one? Because you think I'm ugly in this one?
Yeah.
Perfect, I'll delete it.
Somebody said I'm a bustier version of Ariana Grande. I was like, well, I'm insecure now. I'll be at the gym on Monday. Like,
but bustier means you have big tits.
Doesn't matter what it means.
It means you have big tits.
Doesn't matter. Okay, I guess that's the
only
only
thing. They didn't say chubbier. They said
I guess
bustier.
That's the only thing that's big on me. I get it. Not my personality, not anything. Busty.
And then she adds our best friend to the call. And and she goes, you won't believe I got posted on Barstool Sports. And he's like, what's that? And I said, to be honest, I don't think you're the target market. He's gay, guys. I said, I don't think that this...
But it really upset me, honestly, because I don't want to have to bring my good news and have to explain. You're never going to understand or feel really happy for me because you just don't get it.
100%.
Like it's just...
That's why you really need to target.
Then I wanted to hang up and just like be like, anyway, Veronica, like as we were saying, I was posted on Barstools.
Anyway, as we were saying, I'm famous.
So I think it all has to do with me lately being on Explore. Like I had said in the last couple of episodes, it's just like it keeps going, and I think that's how they discovered me.
Yeah, they explored.
I just still don't know, because everyone who DMs me now, like everyone always says, hey, like how long...
You're humble, you're down to earth.
Yeah. How long have you been living in Miami? Like a lot of people think from my Insta that I live in Miami. So the fact that they said, oh, Canada, I'm like, fuck, they did some research.
Hopefully they stumbled upon Chemical X podcast.
Well,
they're like, there's a reason they didn't post it, let me tell you. But yeah, no, it's funny. How do you feel standing for Canada, Miss Canada?
Well, I don't know. You didn't give me the badge.
The sash.
Yeah, literally.
But also, we were even talking about this. Like, what would happen if they called you Miss Quebec? Oh, Quebec. That's like delete the post.
Canada.
You know what I mean, though? Like, I don't want to... Look, I'll stand for Canada, but don't mix me in with these people.
It's just too funny, honestly. What a crazy... Like, that's not something I manifested. I manifested the followers, and that's happening. This is just honestly an extra bonus.
Or it's probably on your...
I feel like I manifested it years ago.
Right.
But here we are.
Here we are. Well,
guys,
here you
there
are.
is no time frame on manifesting.
100%. I think what really humbled me... Well, not humbled me. What made me realize...
that I'm famous?
Okay. What, am I nervous? My first celeb on the podcast?
Be careful what you say. I'm going to start charging the next time I come.
100%. She's going to start adding fees for bullying.
No, not for bullying. For having my presence. Bullying is an extra fee.
Bully. Yeah, LA, feel free if it's gonna be, but like you don't get to have the sign, by the way. If you become famous and that's why you quit the podcast, you don't get shit. What, are you gonna steal from the poor? The fuck? I'm gonna make TMZ articles about you. I'm gonna sell articles all day. Alessia stole from me.
Honestly, you'll be richer than I am. I'm gonna pull out all the goods.
You wanna fuck with me?
But you know what though? Fame is a really weird thing. I was listening to this
No.
thing.
She's been famous for 4 hours. Guys, she got one barstool for post. Guys, fame is really hard.
No, I'm saying that I see why there's so much chaos that happens with people who literally like instantly blow up because they're like so not used to the attention that when they do get it, they almost don't even know how to handle it.
1,000,000%.
But let me tell you, I've been working on this podcast for 2 years. I'm ready for it, and Barstool's fucking new. I know how to handle myself. Thank you. I told someone I was talking to, like, yeah, they posted me. They were like, oh, I was just on a meeting with them. I'm like, oh, okay. Dim my light. It's fine.
Yeah.
I get it. It's nothing now. You were on a meeting with
Yeah,
them.
never mind. Fuck that. I'm not happy anyways.
Yeah, whatever. I guess it's just a post.
I guess. Yeah, I didn't care anyways. I was just saying because I knew you were going to have a meeting with them. So I wanted to, relate.
Anyways, that's really cool.
So you're famous now?
I also went from like 6,000 followers to 16. So...
Well, I asked her as a friend. I came to her and I said, if you could stop buying my followers and my likes from me, like you're taking from the poor, once again stealing from the poor, can you leave some for the rest of us?
You know what your sister
Chica.
said? Can you post a picture of me, please?
I told her off because she said that, by the way.
I was laughing.
I gave her a whole speech.
I'm going to do it. It's funny.
Well, I gave her a
But
whole
give
speech.
me 4 hours of fame, right?
You don't understand. She told me she said that, and I gave her a speech. I said it's not right that when somebody gets something good happens to them that you're making it about yourself. She's like, I'm not. I was kidding. I'm like, still.
Oh my god, I didn't take it personal at all.
I take everything personally.
Right,
You know me.
that's true.
I had to have your back, my girl. I'm gonna ask you to post a pic too, but in like 2 days.
Her girl, but her sister, not a girl.
So, yeah, no, but honestly, that's what I was saying. So you shooting up, just as an example, let's say somebody has, a goal, whether it be, certain things like us. So just as an example, the Instagram follower thing, subscribers, stuff like that. We always look at other creators or other people and be like, oh my God, they have so much more than us. They're so much more successful. And you feel like the road to getting what you want is so unachievable. Like being featured on Barstools is so unachievable. And you think like, oh, I have such a long way to go. But one day to the next, it's crazy how your life can change and everything can fall into place. And you're just like, wow, yesterday waking up, I never would have thought that this would have happened.
I literally never would have thought.
Right? And isn't that a crazy
it's
thing?
always one of those things where I look at my phone and I double look and I'm like, KK, I'm obviously seeing things. Let me look again. And then it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Honestly, the amount of comments I just got, like, girl, you deserve this, or like, you've been working so hard, like, on this, like, it's finally paying off. It's like really nice to hear,
I think it's just good because
like people who listen
Yeah.
are like they're invested. They're like, KK, we know how Alessia feels.
100%. And I'm just
We always
happy.
they're like, you manifested this. Like, look at the old episode you literally said. I'm like, it's fucking crazy. At least now everyone knows I'm manifesting and everybody's in on it. It's not me making up shit.
I'm just happy that shit's finally starting to come true because I feel like we're constantly preaching consistency is key. Consistency is key. Keep going. And we're here. So at least it's paying off in some way. You guys can start believing us now.
Yeah. We keep talking all this game, but finally if something could happen to us.
I know. So I'm really glad about that. And also like a couple of things have been happening to me lately that just really made me think like, wow, life can change so quickly. It's crazy. You don't realize how fast your goals could come to you and how they can manifest themselves. And you're just like, oh my God, one day to the next, like even in my job, just some things have been happening that yesterday I was a video editor and suddenly like just so much growth that's happening like in the blink of an eye. And I'm like, wow, I can't believe that I'm going to be working on these projects and doing these things that a day ago I never would have saw myself into, which is so crazy. And it's so good to know that every day something crazy can happen. And don't ever not believe that you could achieve something, or don't ever feel like you can't manifest something just because it's too unachievable.
Yeah.
And I've spoken about that. I've said like get realistic goals, but also like realistic in the sense like, yeah, it's not impossible, but it could still be a stretch because you never know what could happen,
I just feel like now I'm starting to believe that anything is literally possible.
So crazy. I feel like that's
I think the biggest thing about even being posted on Barstools had to do with just like it was literally not even about like, oh my God, like a lot of people are going to find me. It's really just like the podcast. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, maybe we should reach out to them again. Like, it's just the opportunity to know the like,
They saw it's just feeling seen.
it's
and
feeling closer to your goal. That's all it is.
literally physically closer. Like, you just don't feel as lost and so far away and as unattainable. And I think that's, that lesson is the same thing that anybody could have in their life, no matter what it is. It's literally, you don't know how your life can change one day to the next. You literally go to a coffee shop, you meet somebody that you never thought you would meet, and somehow that manifests itself. Like, I also had a really cool thing happen, and a lot of people were like, wow, you were talking about this on the podcast, and it was just so cool to see everything like come through. So basically, I'm gonna be hosting a Snapchat show, like on Snapchat, on their like news article area.
Veronica was doing auditions like several times for it. And I was like, what's the audition for? She's like, I'm not telling you. And I'm like, manipulation. Let's try a different route. Is it for Netflix? She's like, no. She's like, but it's innovative and it's coming and it's not really something yet. I'm like, you're really confusing me here. Can you just tell me? She's like, no, I don't want to jinx it. And you did like 2 auditions.
Yeah, it was honestly in the span of like, I want to say 6 months. It was actually a pretty long time. It was like 4 or 5 months maybe, that I had done the auditions. And I just felt like this one, I don't want to talk about it because I really felt like I had a chance. And I was like, I don't want to jeopardize it and then like just bring negative energy towards it. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to tell anybody. I don't want to tell anybody about it because I just want that opportunity to sit there, and if it's meant for me, it's going to come to me. And I didn't tell anybody about it, no matter how much everybody asked me. A lot of people, I didn't even tell them that I auditioned for it. And the first time around, I did the audition. Basically, I auditioned through a company that's working for Snapchat. Right. So Snapchat's the one that needs to approve the host. And the first time around, they were like, well, to be honest, like you were the top one, but they want to see more candidates. So I was like, okay, no problem. And
you knew though, you felt it, you had it.
I just felt like this was for me. And I told them, I was just like, hey, like, I'm interested in auditioning again if that's something that you guys would be down for.
Go after it.
You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I'm not going to be shy. I'm not going to feel like embarrassed. I was like, you know what? No, I'm down to audition again. So I told them I was ready to audition again. And then they reached back out to me. They're like, actually, if you could come in and do a second one, that would be great. So I did a second audition, and a couple days later, I found out that they chose me. And basically, it's still like a work in progress thing, and it's not the show isn't on like a full contract yet.
I just think everything that's been happening in both our lives are kind of like it's all intertwined into what we're doing. Like, yes, you would have been great at that job, but like I think having the podcast and speaking weekly has definitely helped you grow into this position
so much.
Like being a host on a Snapchat and then being a host on a podcast, it's all super linked.
Like, you would think that, it's 2 different things, but it's not. I can't explain how
it's media. It's literally a video.
Somebody was like, weren't you nervous at your audition? Like, are you nervous? And I was like, no, I swear I go there and it's just, I'm in my mode. Like, I'm so used to sitting here and doing a show and talking to an audience that I literally slid into it so normally and just stood there and did what I needed to do. And I think that's so important. And that's why I kind of get how in a lot of jobs they want you to have experience, and we always want them to give us a chance and stuff. But that feeling when you just have that backbone of experience makes a difference. And even though, it's not like I have a fucking professional experience, but it's just having this podcast.
When you're confident in what you're doing, and your chances of getting it are just like...
When you don't have like the nerves behind you, I think it was so nice that I've done a lot of things
that's
where
fucked
you
up.
feel nervous.
I don't know if I wouldn't have nerves. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. There's 2 types of people. Veronica is just made for this, because I promise you, I do this podcast and I'd probably be nervous.
I think my thing is
I'm just like a born actress.
So for me, when it comes to something like that, it just takes that one read or like that one first sentence, and I can see everyone's reaction to what I did. And then when I feel like that they're happy with it, and when I feel that they're impressed, then that's like my boost of confidence. And then I right away go into like my natural mode of doing it. I think it's just that first shot where you feel like, oh, are they going to like me? Are they not going to like me? So the couple of times that I've done something, it only took that first sentence and I really felt their energy, like impressed. Like I felt them impressed energy, and then I was like, okay, I'm good. Like now I got this. But
Yeah.
I feel like if I would be maybe in a room of people that made me feel like, oh, let me tell you, I'll be fucking nervous. I'll be like, oh, zippity zippity zoo.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so I was just really happy to see something that felt so in line with, you know, what I want to do. Like I always say, I want something that's going to show my personality, that's like hosting. I love hosting. I love just like being a character and a personality. So that job just came about so randomly, like just to say how things connect. I'm back when Clubhouse was like a thing for like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I met this guy on Clubhouse that was from Montreal, and I just messaged him, connected with him on Insta, and I was like, hey, like you seem like you do cool stuff, like let's chat. We never spoke again. I saw that he posted the audition, and I was like, I want to do this. And I actually got someone else a job with him. And you never think anything of something like that, you know? And I guess when it came around to me, I was
just feel like you also get a lot of people jobs, so like it's so nice when it gets like
back,
kind of like slinkied back to you.
Yeah. And I have no problem getting people jobs. Honestly, I think that's my
even
favorite
a reason why things come your way.
Yeah. And I don't want to say do things to get things in return, because I don't believe in that. But I just think when you give the energy out that you want everyone else to succeed with you, like it's just better. Because people feel that, and people want to work with you more. People want to give you opportunities because you want them to grow.
Yeah.
You're showing that opportunity to them, you know, and people always want to give that in return. It's like me. If you get me a job, like I'm going to go out of my way to do something that I can for you.
Yeah. A lot of times we feel like we need to be somebody else in order to make it to where we want. And we actually don't realize that our superpower is legit being ourselves. And like that's what actually differentiates you from anybody else. And I feel like a lot of times, and I could have even been like this at the beginning, I was trying to be someone I wasn't. And I feel like now, as our podcast is growing and we're growing into like who we are and our personalities, I'm really starting to feel like things are happening and getting into place, because I'm kind of like finally comfortable in my skin, and I'm not trying to be anything other than myself. So like, if ever you feel like, oh my God, like they won't like that, it's weird or whatever, like just remember, like your superpower is your flaws and who you are.
I totally agree.
So that's my little...
I think it's just the idea of uniqueness. I think people can really sense when you're trying to be someone else.
Yeah.
And I think as soon as people feel that you're being authentic, everybody likes you more. Even if maybe it's not perfect, it makes you stand out. You know, if there's like 50 of the same people.
If I watch episodes at the beginning to now, like I wasn't fully myself at the beginning. Like now I'll literally speak up. I'll say what I want. It's just a completely different shift.
Clap if you're excited for Manscaped's new collection.
I'm so excited.
Really? Are you?
Yeah.
Manscaped is coming out with their new ultra premium collection. So
shut up.
I won't, actually. This is my podcast.
When I say shut up, it means keep talking.
Okay, I'm keeping talking. So guys, Manscaped's new premium collection is actually for above the waist this time. And it's everything from deodorant, and no, not for your balls, for those smelly pits you got there. They got some body wash, some body lotion, pretty much everything that they were missing to the product line. They just popped it all in there.
If you weren't on Manscaped, then you absolutely should be now, because guys, we have a discount code for you. Chemical X at checkout for 20% off anything on Manscaped. So you can get the lawnmower, you can get the
new deodorant, new shampoo, new conditioner.
With our discount code Chemical X at checkout, you'll receive 20% off and free shipping. So get on that website and start adding to cart.
So guys, get rid of that ugly suit. Come on, it doesn't even fit you properly, okay?
It doesn't.
It's not like one of those, like, you know, like us girls, we buy things and we say like, we're gonna fit into this, you know? Like I feel like guys do that too. They're like, one day I'll fit in that suit again. You won't. So just buy a new one that actually does fit you in all the right places and is tailor-made for you. And also, did I mention Italian made?
You didn't, but now you did.
Now I did, guys. Izotti is who you need in your life to get this amazing suit that actually, you know, hugs you where you want to be hugged.
We have a lovely discount code for you guys. So Chemical X at checkout for 20% off getting laid, basically. Because once you have a suit that fits you properly, then you can conquer the world. So Chemical X at checkout for 20% off your first suit.
I think also the same thing goes in like your career. Like I remember when I was first looking for jobs, not in this time of my life, but when I was younger, I felt like I always had to be this like super professional persona, and you almost feel like you have to have no personality. But then in later years, my personality has literally been what's getting me my jobs.
Right.
And who I am and what I do outside of work has literally been what gets me my job. So I feel like hiding who you are and trying to be this picture perfect person doesn't always get you where you think it's going to get you.
It
like,
doesn't.
People like personality, people like character, especially nowadays. People are looking for that like extra realness that you could bring, especially in work or in whatever, you know? So don't ever underestimate like who you are.
Yeah.
And back to what you were saying about, you know, when you tell the wrong person news and they have no idea what, you know, what you're saying and you're so excited. Like I literally called my mom and I'm like telling her about the Snapchat thing. And first of all, the first thing she says is, wait, what's Snapchat? And then I'm like, okay, you know, like Instagram. Okay, it's similar to Instagram. Okay. So what's the show about?
It's just an app where people send nudes and they can't save them.
100%. And it tells you if you screenshot. So then our next question was, okay, what's the show about? I'm like, it's about NFTs. Wait, what's an NFT? Mom, look, it's kind of hard to explain, but like, give me so I have an idea. Mom, do you know what Bitcoin is? No. Okay, never mind. And then after my whole explanation, it's not even funny. There's no excitement there. Zero excitement.
You want to tell somebody where you just could scream the name and everyone shouts.
Everybody knows. Everybody's screaming with you. This was not one of those situations.
It was not.
And after the whole spiel, I get but when are you going to have time to do this? I go, Matt, listen.
Matt, we make time.
Yeah. Say
but
congratulations
honestly,
and
I'm
that's
on the
it.
same bandwagon as your mom. Where are you finding the time to do this?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about it because I keep doing things and I just hope that it's going to work out and it will. And that's another one of my pieces of advice is don't let anything stop you from what you want to do. And don't like not go after opportunities because you feel like you don't have time for it or stuff like that. Like obviously don't be unrealistic, but you know,
you worry about all those details afterwards.
If it's something you really want, like
just
you're gonna figure it out
and you figure it out.
Exactly. And that's what I've been doing. Like I'm no longer looking at like, oh, maybe it's gonna be hard. It's like, no, if this is something that I want more than maybe whatever else is, I'm gonna prioritize.
It's gonna mold into itself. It's gonna work out. So switching topics, okay. So being on Explore, there's just like a lot of messages coming in. It's really crazy. My impressions were like
not humble. By the way, my review of Alessia, not humble.
No, it's because I want people to understand so that they'll understand what I'm saying right now, but definitely not humble. I'm trying to be humble though.
She's trying to be relatable.
And you put us as two shameless 8 on 10s. I don't know. Barstools is calling me a 10. I don't know.
I didn't say it. They said it.
They said it. So I got a message from a girl. Now, there's messages coming in, but I'm reading them all, obviously. I'm not answering. But there's some that are going to go... You know,
I'm going to
inquire. And this was one, okay? So this random girl who didn't look like a fake account. Like she had a several amount of followers and there was a lot following her back. It wasn't like 3 fashion pics or like 0 posts and like no following back.
No, it was very believable.
It was very believable. And she writes to me, you slept with someone I'm seeing. Now, I don't care what anyone says and if this is fake or if it's not. I'm going to start, you know,
asking questions
because, first of all, even if I slept with someone you're seeing, why are you messaging me?
Yeah, I would never do that in my life.
But also, like, who? It really made me think, Kike, got out of a relationship. Who is everyone I spoke to? Didn't sleep with that many people, so I like narrowed it down.
You made a whole map. She had the whole whiteboard out before this girl could answer. I pulled out the list.
So I was like, KK, got out of a relationship at this point on. Now I had to think like, who have I even, because now, is it someone I slept with? Is it someone I spoke to?
Because she wrote hooked up too. So that's
she said hooked up, but like how many times do like guys lie and say they hooked up with me or whatever, then they didn't? Or like just in general, it could be someone I spoke to or somebody who was trying to get me. I don't know.
Right.
So
a lot of options is what she's trying to say.
So I sent it in my group chat with all my friends. Everyone's like, no. I'm like, I have not slept with someone in a long time. ... Who?
You know what I mean? Like, but maybe not that long.
But even that me, long. I sound guilty. Just like already resting my case. Like I didn't sleep with anyone. Wasn't me. But who? Let me know.
But what's his name?
Well, he's not forgot about you. Lol, big cringe on me to type his name, hun. You understand? But I mean, I can tell you what he said. You'll easily then know who it is that way. I'm like, the cringe part is already done.
Yeah, like
you messaged me.
you already did the message of saying that. Like, why wouldn't you say his name? Like, this is the point where I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, the cringe part's already done. What's his name? I'm a girl's girl. I'm always be honest. I was gonna be honest. If like she's seeing someone that I slept with, like
yeah.
But then it's like I'm thinking back to like who it would be, and I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Anyways, haha, nah, far worse me typing his name and risking him seeing it. The easiest thing, and try not to laugh, haha, that will tell you exactly who it is that he said you have the best boobs he's ever seen in bed. So have you ever had a guy you slept with say that to you ever? As that is him. So sorted. There you go, hun. That's the guy. Oh, okay. Now I'm gonna not be humble again, and I'm not gonna be conceited, but
What'd you say back, Alessia? Say what you said back.
I can't even say
No, you
it.
have to say it.
I can't even
You
say
typed it. You have to say
I can't.
it.
I
You have
can't. Even the way I wrote it,
You have to say
it
it.
was disgusting. Guys, it's not who I am, I promise. Babe.
No, go on. It's it's that it starts with babe even. Just
Yeah. Ew.
say it.
I honestly might pass you the phone. And you can read it as
No,
me.
you have to say it.
No, you have to read it. You can read it as me. This is disgusting. I don't even recognize myself.
Guys, she writes back, babe, every guy says that. Not even in a cocky way. You didn't narrow it down at all. I mean, she's not gonna lie.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest. This year, very confrontational. Not gonna lie.
Babe, that's literally every guy I slept with.
But like, honestly, I don't mean
No, but
like,
right. No humbleness here, eh?
no, but like, they really chose something that's so like, okay,
Yeah.
you know, I have big boobs.
But like at this point, no, we're all like, I don't get what this girl.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Then she puts crying face, dead, damn girl, what do you do to these poor guys? Now I'm like, trying a different route. I'm like, where do you live? You know, like, is it a London guy? Like, what are we dealing with here?
now, now she's going on her.
Now I'm going CII, like
CII.
CA,
CSI?
CSI.
CIA,
Anyway, guys,
CIA.
all boobs, no brains.
And she's proud of them.
Well, no,
Every
it's
guy.
good. This is how I humble myself back.
100%.
You know, I discredit my brain and give my boobs a compliment.
I mean, if you're gonna have to choose one, come on.
you know what
We're
I
gonna
mean?
choose one that gives the free drinks. It's never the brain.
Where do you live? I live in Montreal. Like, oh, okay. Like, putting your deposit down. Now, where do you live? And then I send her, guys, a voice note. I'm like, babe, if you don't feel comfortable writing down the name of the guy, then why don't you send me a voice note? I'll read it. I'll listen to it. And then I'll unsend it right after. At this point, all my friends are like, Ale, it's fake. Like, please stop. And then another, like, my gay friend was like, Ale, she's a lesbian. Like, just please stop. She wants a pic of your tits or something. Like, stop. And
I
then
know what
she's
you
like,
mean. Like, I want to get to the bottom of this.
but do you know what I mean? Like, if someone's throwing a bomb on you, like,
you're gonna catch it.
yeah, I want to know which man is fucking opening up their mouth because I'm going to put soap in it.
Wow,
God.
that's a threat my nana would give me.
I
I'm gonna
know.
put soap in it.
Ew, that was so ugly. Anyway, all boobs, no brains. Or I may as well go ahead and embarrass him further. Benefit or not, giving his name here, I can be honest. So he said when she's basically telling me one more thing he said. So he said when drunk, something like her boobs were so amazing, went on top. I crumbled in like only 2 minutes, lol. Guys, I want you to know what I'm doing now. Now I'm taking the number I have, the people I'm talking to, and now I'm going, who came fast?
Who came in 2 minutes?
But then I'm like, there's like 3 people on the list, like, and they didn't, so it didn't make sense. Anyways,
Right.
So remember a guy only lasting 2 minutes? Ha ha ha, that would be the one. Now at this point, I'm like, KK, shut up.
Yeah.
Like, this is fake.
But I'm gonna keep going.
I wrote, I still have no idea. Anyways, the guy is lying. Cleared my name. Well, I cleared my name at the beginning, actually, by saying...
Was it me?
Was it me? The girl's like, I didn't even tell you the story. Wasn't me. Even caught her in the shower. Wasn't me. Caught her banging in the...
She literally said you hooked up with a guy. You said couldn't be me, but who is it?
Anyway, basically that's the story. I literally started saying stop writing to me, but he is still obsessed with you and your perfect boobs, and he even has pics on his phone. What do you think I should do? How can I make him forget you? I'm like, KK, this is bullshit. You don't even feel bad for me? Like, he prefers your boobs to mine. What the fuck? Then I'm like, KK, thanks for confirming that. But it's like, what? I devoted my time into this. I think I'm just as much of a loser.
Oh, yeah.
It's like when someone prank calls you and you go along with the prank call. Like,
100%.
hang up. Hang up.
I don't know what... I want to know what she wanted from this. Did she want to pick your tits? This is like a new level. We used to get the sugar daddy guys in our DMs. Now we're getting this guy hooked up with you. Show me your tits.
What the hell?
Well, at least I know I'm not a victim to this girl and she's not coming after me.
I mean, you know what? Today she might be. If she's in your DMs after this podcast,
We'll know why.
we'll know why. Those pads.
Like they're a secret.
She goes, no bra, babe. Send another.
She goes, I want to see them for real, for real. Can't do that, sorry. I don't accept.
So I wanted to talk about being left on scene. So I have a question
like
for you.
Left that girl not on scene because you answered every message.
Oh, I answered.
You let her know that you were seeing and you were reading and you were
Oh,
answering.
yeah. I was doing all of the above.
Do you know
Even
what's-
if she was a real person, why am I answering?
I actually
Okay,
think it's
I slept
more,
with someone you're seeing. Like, my bad.
I actually think it's more embarrassing than the guys who say I'll pay you 1,000 to send me a pic of your feet. Like, I think that's more. That's like, okay, she wanted 1,000. Like, I wanted 1,000 too. But
Yeah.
this is like, why are you answering a lot? Put the phone away.
But when I first sent it to you guys, you all like, what the fuck?
But it really came at you in an inch, and it was not. It had to be an account that was hacked or something. I don't know, because it really didn't look fake.
Yeah.
It was a real account.
So weird.
Weird. Anyway.
So I have a debate.
Okay.
So would you rather, let's say you were just,
Whoa. The last time we did a Would You Rather. I got everybody on the internet saying a nasty question. You guys are toxic.
Yeah.
Disgusting blonde questions. Only a blonde would ask that. I was like, okay.
so my question is, you're talking to a guy and he, one, sees you. So he definitely reads the message and he completely let you know that he opened it because you know his read receipts are on.
Right.
Or his read receipts may not be on, but he never opens your message. What's worse?
Personally,
Yes.
I think left on scene is worse. Just
Okay.
because it's like, so you want me to know that you're ignoring me. And maybe that's in my eyes because when I'm ignoring somebody and I don't want them to know that I'm ignoring them, I just leave them on unread and I just hope that the message flies away.
Right.
But when I don't give a fuck about you, I'll see you any day of the week. I'll open that message, I'll read it, I'll screenshot, and I'll leave you there. I'll leave you there hanging.
Interesting.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying, but I'm going to go with the second.
You think it's worse to be left on scene?
I think it's worse if they never open your message. Because like you just said, if they're never opening up their message, they're avoiding you. They like know that it's a pickle if they get into that jar and they don't want to get in that jar. So they're like ignoring you. Like you were just saying, you're ignoring. You don't even want to deal with it. Red is like you don't care that much, but you're at least letting the person know in a way that, you know, they saw your message. So it's like, what could I compare this to?
But I find that more disrespectful. I find it more disrespectful that you're letting me know that you're ignoring me. Like, oh my God.
But
I'm
it's
more
actually
hurt.
showing you that they've received your message. So, like,
Yes.
they're letting you know that they've read it, which is technically, like, nicer than leaving you to never... Like, did he die? Did his phone die? Like,
Well, I like that. I like the opportunity to make up my own stories. Like,
well, that's
I'm gonna
what I'm
be
saying.
like, he
When you're
lost his
explaining the story of
phone.
why your guy never answered
Well,
you,
he lost his phone, obviously.
it's a lot easier to blame it on, you know, well, he never opened it. I don't know what happened.
I don't know. He probably deleted Instagram. There's so
But
many
when
things
you're
that
left
could
on
happen.
scene,
You know he saw.
he
That's
saw.
why I think it's worse to be left on scene.
You also said that being left on scene is like you don't really care.
Right.
Right. Why would you want somebody to care so much they're not opening it?
Because at least, like, if it's a guy, at least, you know, you care a little bit. Like, you're leaving me on unopened.
Okay.
I feel like it's better.
Okay.
You would rather be left on scene.
I would rather be left on scene just because I don't want to be wondering why you haven't opened it in 6 days.
I think
Because then I know, like, you saw it. So it's worse. You're avoiding me versus you confrontationally telling me, I don't want you.
where I agree, the only app that I agree with that on is Snapchat. Because if you don't give a fuck about me so much that you're not even willing to see what
Veronica,
I wrote.
we're not putting in any sponsors today. I get it. You're working for them now, but like, Veronica, come on.
Veronica,
Are
it's
they
a conflict
paying us?
of interest.
Are they paying us? They're paying
Barstools
you,
only.
but they're not paying me. We don't just bring up random sponsors on this podcast. It's not who we are anymore. We're famous now. We're not humble anymore.
You know, on Snapchat, where if you like, there used to be that little hack where you could kind of see what they wrote, but they don't have that anymore. Like, you need to open that fucking message if you want to see what they said. So if you're left on unopened on Snapchat, it's like you're not even curious about what I had to say. Like, excuse me?
Yeah.
You're just gonna leave me there? You don't even care what I wrote?
I think either way, seen or not opened, you have a gist of what it is and you know that you're not ready to get into that can of worms. So you just never go there. But I think seen is like, I'm letting you know I saw it. Like, I might answer you later.
So who's seen you and you're trying to make yourself feel better about the situation? That's what I want to know.
Oh, no
I
one
wanna
seen
know
me
the
after I
truth.
was on Barstools.
I'll tell you who's seen us barstools when we sent that email. He said it's a no from us, but that girl with the big tits will post her in a year.
We'll give her a little bit. We'll give her a little bit of fame.
We'll give her a
And the
little
funny
something,
part
something.
is that, guys, the way my Explorer's been working is like I'm getting 30,000 likes on a pic. Guys, a week ago I was trying to get 1,000. Like, talk about trying to be humble. That it was not even looking realistic.
Yeah, it's not.
I was really reaching the point where I was like, KK, like, I think I might have to post a story to explain to everyone that I'm going on Explorer or something, because people are going to start going, K, she's buying followers.
100%.
She's like,
Accusing you.
I skipped like 10K and I just bounced. So I wanted to clarify and clear my name
That you bought followers.
that I didn't buy followers.
But so, even at a point I said, okay, let's stop now. Now
Yeah.
stop buying followers. We're getting all this money from buying all
No.
these followers. She's taking all our podcast money. She's reinvesting it.
Okay. I get one like.
Anyways, guys, I'm just waiting for her to pull an Alex Cooper on me and leave me in the dust.
I know people were writing, oh my God, you're literally going to become Color Daddy, but can you guys please not split?
I'm scared. I need to hold my own. I might be putting chocolate strawberries just so that you don't break up with me.
If we're able to constantly keep going and we haven't seen really $1, I mean, okay, we've seen $1, but
Too.
and we did it for 2 years. I don't think. Anyway, I don't know.
I don't know.
Look.
Like I said, I'm gonna keep you on in my good books. I'm gonna keep myself in your good books. She's gonna come with nice glasses of ice cold lemon water. Wow, we really upgraded this set.
And another thing I want to say is a lot of people refer to our podcast of like, oh, like you guys are like the wannabe Color Daddy. And it's the most annoying thing because I
Super
feel
annoying.
like we're really not that route.
Yeah.
And we're more like, if anything, like shout out to Joe Sanagato. Like that's our
Yeah.
vibe. Like just like
Shit talking.
shit
I think it's just
talking,
because-
storytelling.
I think people who say that are people that never watch Color Daddy. Sorry. Fucking.
No, it's people who listen
Really?
to.
Because
Yeah.
I don't find that we have at all. I think they just see a blonde and a brunette and they go, "Wanna be Color Daddy?"
Two girls starting
Yeah.
a podcast.
100%.
But where's I getting at? And it really didn't help in our favor now being posted on Barstools. It's like really like boom. Every time we try and get out of that category, we're trying to tell people we're not trying to be that.
Right back in there, baby.
Yeah.
It's okay. We're paving our own way. Anything else you want to manifest, Alicia, for us?
I'll be manifesting if I say it.
It's okay. She's famous now.
Just to let you guys know that my predictions, nothing has happened on those yet. Someone made it really clear to me by saying that, Alea, isn't predictions technically like, you know, what you're manifesting? I'm like, I think so. Yeah.
same
I don't
thing.
think there's a difference. So
I
I
actually
don't know
don't.
why I'm making prediction notes and manifesting notes.
Same-
it's
same
all the
shit, babe.
same shit.
Same
It's all
shit, babe.
things I want.
100%. Actually, speaking of manifesting, okay, first of all, I just want to go and say that Barstools thing was posted on the Tuesday, 222, like the 22nd of February.
What?
So that really special day of like manifesting and alignment. That's why I told you it was posted 2 days ago on that day.
I didn't realize it was
Yeah,
on that day.
I said it on the phone, but I don't think you heard me.
Well, no, I was screaming.
Yeah. Well, you told.
you
No,
blame me?
I'm the bad friend for telling you while you were screaming.
Yeah, you are.
The
Why'd you
fuck?
repeat it 35 times to like fucking processed it.
So yeah, so it was really crazy that it was on that day. And
I feel like 2 things happened for me on that day. So that's crazy.
what's the second thing?
Can't say it on this podcast. Come on, guys. I air enough of my laundry.
Loser.
Can't say it.
So on that day, I had actually booked a massage.
Do you know what I just did? I was that person who said, I really want to tell you something, but I can't.
Yeah.
And I do not hang out with those people.
I don't. And that's why it's done. Hate that when people do that.
Yeah.
Okay, so on that day, I decided I'm going to get a massage. And I'm like, you know what? During my massage, the whole time, because it was like the Tuesday and you really need to manifest on that day. And I had a really busy day, but I was like, you know what? During my massage, it just so happened that I booked it on that day. I'm going to take that time during my massage to be manifesting. And obviously me, I'm using every minute of my life to put in work. Poor girl can't even get a massage. I can't even relax. I'm putting myself to work again. Think about manifesting. Okay. So guys, so I get to my massage and I had added an extra thing of having like an Himalayan salt, like rocks with it. Thought nothing of it. So I get to the massage and she goes, yeah, so I don't know if you know about Himalayan like salt rocks, but they're like, I don't know if you're into like energy and stuff, but they're like really energetic and it's really all about like alignment. And I was like, wow, that's so crazy because today is the day about alignment. So I was like, wow, what a crazy day.
She probably knew that though, no?
No, I doubt she knew that. It was in nothing in relation. She was just like, these are like really rocks that are like alignment, centering, like they're really like purifying. So I was like, oh, wow, that's really cool. In my head, I'm like, perfect. My manifesting is going to go ×3. Okay.
Right.
So she starts massaging me and it was the best massage I ever had in my life. And the problem is I'm sitting there trying to enjoy my massage, but also trying to go manifest. So I can enjoy my massage. And then, you know how I always say, like, I have to, there has to be a sign on my head that says, talk to me. Like I paid so much for this massage and she starts going, so how many times a week do you train? I'm like, ma'am.
Yeah, but I hope you said something.
Mode. She's like, yeah, you know, at the gym. She starts going into gym. So what gym do you go to? I'm in a relaxation. I'm trying to manifest for my life and you're trying to ask me my gym routine?
No.
Leave me alone. Are you joking?
Okay, at that point I would say like, I really just want to take a nap. You didn't say it.
Well, she eventually stopped asking me, but I was like, I'm going to start being a bitch because stop talking to me. Like
I don't know when Veronica's going to learn that the bitches get everything.
The bitches always win. They get their massages, they relax. I'm chilling there. She's going, I love your perfume. I'm going, leave me alone.
Thank you.
Leave me the fuck alone. I just want, and then it's awkward because then it's like, do I continue the conversation? Am I rude if I'm just, and then I'm drooling because my head is in the hole and I'm drooling. Like there's so many that I'm just like, you know what, let's leave me alone. Leave me with the rocks. And then another thing is the rocks, they're like heated. They're hot rocks that they put on you. And, you know, she's putting them on me and she...
Balessa's paying well, eh?
Actually, it was my Christmas gift from Balessa. It was a gift card.
That's so
to the spa,
nice.
yeah. So, so it's not that... So, they heat up the rocks and she's like, let me know if they're too hot or whatever. I'm like, yeah, no problem. And it was really cool because they're placing them on all like your like pinpoints. And I'm like, bro, I'm about to have the best manifestation of my life. Until she's putting these scorching hot rocks in my hands and I'm lying down. But it's like, okay, at what point is it too hot and I have to say, take these out of my...
Just drop them.
Guys, I'm standing there and I'm getting burnt. I'm getting 3rd-degree burns on my hands because I'm too shy to tell the girl.
You don't deserve anything in life if you can't even stand up for yourself when you're burning. No.
Guys, what did I do? I hustled through it. I said manifestation with the hot ass rocks in the palms of my hand. And I'm not going to lie, it was hot.
If I'm getting a massage done and they like take away the blindfold or something for like 2 seconds and I'm like not able to relax, I'm like, are you putting back the thing? Like, I'm that girl. Like, you're going to know if I like need something fixed. If you're going too rough on me, like, you're going to know.
Wow, you're good. See, my problem is, like, I'm also like that. Like, it takes like the wrong breath of air for me to have a bad mood. But... It's because the thing about it was the best massage I ever had.
But the thing about a massage is like, especially when you're focusing on the thing that's bothering you, you're really not relaxing. You're like, okay, when should I say? What should I say? When you should just say it because time's going by and that's all you're thinking about.
The fucking money is coming out. Time is money, baby, especially in a massage.
Yeah.
But I will say, best massage I ever had in my life, and it was so cool because they really paid attention to every detail. It was just me who chose to shut my fucking mouth.
She paid attention to when your training classes are.
But like it was really cool. Like every time like my hand would be out, she would like wrap it in like the blanket so it was warm. And let me tell you, she wrapped it even with that rock in it. She wrapped my hand. I said, it's so hot here. Can open up. and I'm holding the rocks. You know, like at the tip of my nails because it's too hot. Guys, I'm a loser.
No.
And then
I would have just dropped them.
you want to know how embarrassing all I do is I go everywhere and I embarrass myself. That's what I do. When we're done the massage, she's like, she puts like my robe on the bed and everything. And she never tells me like the massage is done. She just like, you know, like is letting me unrelax and puts the thing on my bed.
Well,
and then
normally they do like a little bell or like they do like a Buddha hit or something.
A clap.
Or something. Or they
snap out of it.
Or they just like pinch you and they say like.
Usually they say, okay, it's done. So she goes, do you want me to prepare you a tea? I go, yeah, actually that would be super nice. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm figuring she's going to come back with my tea and then I'm going to get dressed. I'm going to get ready. Like I'm going to chill with my tea. So I'm waiting. It's 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna start stretching. I start stretching. But now it's like it's long. Like I'm like, hey, is she coming back? Like, what do I do? Am I waiting for her? And at this point,
you really
naked.
don't get massages
so
often.
You're like, what do I do here? Do I get on that she's walking in? My tits are out, my cups. Like, what am I doing? I finally decide to start getting up and she knocks on the door, obviously, as soon as I
she wants to know if your clothes are back on and she could come in.
So she knocks on the door and I go, just a second. So I put my robe on, everything. I'm chilling, like I'm in the best mood. She opens the door and she goes, are you waiting for me?
No.
I never got humbled harder in my life. What'd I say? No. I was just stretching. I was just stretching. She goes, oh, just because, like, you know, sometimes, I don't know, people think that I'm going to come back and get them. I'm like, yeah, no, it couldn't be me. You know, it wasn't me who was waiting.
Well, at least at least you know you're not alone.
Well, I embarrassed myself. I was stretching. What were you stretching after a massage? What muscles were you stretching?
Aren't you supposed to be like chilled and relaxed? I don't know if it's a stretching.
It was just like are you waiting for are you a fucking idiot? Like I was like, yeah, actually I am a fucking idiot.
I have like a really funny massage story of going with a guy, but we'll keep that for next week.
I think you said it.
No, I never said it.
You fell asleep.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, that's another one.
That's another one.
Okay, Veronica, you're really not making me look at the books. Thanks. Like, fuck. That's another one. That's another guy. Like, you're supposed to be my friend. You're supposed to have my back.
100%.
It's not nice what you're doing.
I'm sorry.
Last thing I just wanted to say is now that we're on the topic of 222, 222, I think
Lots
it was.
Of twos, two.
Anyway, it was the day I was like, you know, like I donated. I did like a donation to something. And I'm like, you know, not that you should ever give a donation and expect something in return. Because you should be giving it, you know, willingness of your heart, not expecting anything. But I was like, I'm going to do this deed and like something's really amazing going to happen to me.
So the opposite
and then
of what
that
you should
day was the day something amazing happened to me. So that's all I want to say. Give and you shall receive. Even though you shouldn't expect, give and you shall receive. Someone's going to be like, I fucking gave that homeless 20. Nothing happened to me. Allah, it's not working.
Keep giving, baby. You're making somebody happy. That's it. Keep giving.
Anyways, guys, quote of the day is I'm on barstools. You?
I'm on Snapchat, bitch. Oh, what's bigger?
Do people even use Snapchat anymore?
The drug dealers, though. The drug dealers and the
sex
who doesn't.
Your mom.
Okay, bye guys. Thank you so much.
Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. And if you have any questions, which honestly I don't blame you if you do.
A lot of questions here. One of them is, how do I get on barstools myself? See you next week.